Hi everybody, how's your day going, guys? Every respected member have to join to the today last session, guys. Let's join to the last session, guys. Let's join everybody. Hurry up to join to the today last session, guys. Having a lot of love and respect for you joining. Hi guys, how is your day going? Every respected member, please, you wanna have to increase the likes, guys. Thank you so much for you joining, every respected member. Double tapping on the screen, guys. Let's write the name of the every person in the screen, guys. Every person have to increase the likes, guys. Thank you so much for you joining. Hurry up, guys. Somal, how are you, dear Somal? Thank you so much for your joining, respected Somal. How are you, dear Somal? Thank you so much for your joining. Days, how are you, dear Days? Thank you so much for your joining. Irfan, how are you, dear Irfan? Thank you so much for your joining. Manem, how are you, dear Manem? How are you, Manem? Thank you so much for your joining, respected Manem. Melissa, how are you, dear Melissa? How are you, pretty Melissa? Thank you so much for your joining, pretty. Sale, how are you, dear Sale? Thank you so much for your joining, respected Sarah. Nara, how are you, dear Nara? How are you, pretty Nara? Every respected member, please, you wanna write your name in the chat, guys. Ayu, how are you, dear Ayu? Thank you so much for your joining. Dara, how are you, respected Dara? How are you, Dara? Thank you so much for your joining. Sawali, how are you, dear Sawali? Thank you so much for your joining. Please, every respected member, you wanna write your name in the chat, guys. Harry, how are you, respected Harry? Thank you so much for your joining. Please, guys, every respected member to write your name in the chat, guys. Having a lot of love and respect for you joining. Lisa, how are you, dear Lisa? Thank you so much for your joining, pretty Lisa. Darcy, how are you, Darcy? Thank you so much for your joining, dear Darcy. Please, guys, you will write your name in the chat, guys. Ava, how are you, dear Ava? Thank you so much for your joining, respected Ava. Please, guys, you wanna have to write your name in the chat, guys. Ahmed, how are you, dear Ahmed? Thank you so much for you joining, respected Ahmed. Please, everybody, have to write your name in the chat, guys. Every respected member have to write your name in the chat. No, how are you, dear? No, how are you, dear? No, thank you so much for you joining, dear. No. No was a friend. He was from UK. I never forget to you the first super chat of the no. Yeah, I know I wanna get the first super chat from the no. He was from UK. Armia, how are you, Armia? How are you, Armia? Thank you so much for you joining, respected Armia. How are you, dear? No, thank you so much for you joining. No. Amina. How are you, Amina? Thank you so much for you joining, Amina. How are you, Amina? Please, everybody, have to write your name in the chat. Thank you so much for you joining. Ava, how are you, respected Ava? Please, guys, encourage the likes. You wanna write your name in the chat. Maruf, how are you, dear Maruf? Thank you so much for you joining, respected Maruf. How are you, dear Maruf? How are you, dear Maruf? Thank you so much for you joining. Peggy, how are you, dear Peggy? Thank you so much for you joining, dear Peggy. Karen, how are you, dear Karen? Thank you so much for you joining, dear Karen. Sasha, how are you, Sasha? Thank you so much for you joining, dear Sasha. Every respected member have to write your name in the chat, guys. To do the super chat, you wanna write your name in the chat, guys. Ale, how are you, respected Ale? How are you, Ale? Thank you so much for you joining. Kenzie, how are you, dear Kenzie? Thank you so much for you joining, respected Kenzie. How are you, dear Kenzie? Please, guys, you wanna have to write your name in the chat. Hello, how are you? Hello, thank you so much for you joining. Rahul, how are you, Rahul? Thank you so much for you joining, respected Rahul. Also, cool new Ottoman, how are you, dear Ottoman? How are you, Ottoman? Please, guys, Gabby, how are you, dear Gabby? Thank you so much for you joining, respected Gabby. How are you, Gabby? Every respected member have to write your name in the chat. Please, guys, you wanna send the laughing disco or do the super chat, guys. Jayochi, Dayochi, how are you, Dayochi? Kamina, how are you, dear Kamina? How are you, respected Kamina? Everybody to write your name in the chat, guys. Sad, how are you, dear Sad? Thank you so much for you joining. Atare, how are you, Atare? Thank you so much for you joining. Nikesh, how are you, Nikesh? How are you, Nikesh? Thank you so much for you joining. Soul, how are you, Soul? CC, how are you, CC? Lena, how are you, dear Lena? Any person can send the laughing disco, guys, or do the super chat. Hi, my name is CC. CC, I write your name, my dear. How are you? I'm good, dear. Messi, how are you, Messi? Thank you so much for you joining, Messi. Thank you so much for you joining. Yeah, here is your name, my dear. Thank you for joining. Any person can do the super chat or to write your name in the chat. Ava, how are you, dear Ava? I love you. Thank you. Love you too, dear. Amber, how are you, Amber? Thank you so much for your joining, respected Amber. Chaleru, how are you, Chaleru? Thank you so much for you joining. Jacob, how are you, Jacob? Thank you so much for you joining. Respected Jacob. Remis, how are you, Remis? Thank you so much for your joining. Romasi, how are you, dear Romasi? How are you, dear Romasi? Thank you so much for your joining, pretty Romasi. Adam, how are you, dear Adam? Thank you so much for your joining, respected Adam. Please, everybody, have to write your name in the chat, guys. Every single person, guys. Increase the likes. Let's increase the likes, guys. You wanna increase the likes, guys. Everybody, increase the likes and have to write your name in the chat, guys. Do double tap, guys. Hurry up, guys. Samir, how are you, Samir? Thank you so much for your joining. Amin, how are you, dear Amin? Thank you so much for your joining. Please, guys, increase the likes, guys. Every respected member to write your name in the chat. Lassie, how are you, dear Lassie? Thank you so much for your joining. I'm fine. Thank you so much. I'm in Arabic and do not say See what you say? Rumesi. Rumesi. Okay, dear Rumesi. Okay, pretty Rumesi. Thank you for your joining from Arabic country. Thank you. Sanju, how are you, Sanju? Thank you so much for your joining. Respected Sanju, how are you, Sanju? Larry, how are you, Larry? Mia, how are you, Mia? Corey, how are you, Corey? Thank you so much for your joining, dear Corey. Jerry, how are you, Jerry? Emma, how are you, Emma? Ethan, how are you, Ethan? Thank you so much for your joining, respected Ethan. Theo, how are you, Theo? Thank you so much for your joining, dear Theo. I write your name, Theo. Jacob, how are you, dear Jacob? Thank you so much for your joining. Why do not say Romesi? Okay, Maria, how are you, Maria? Thank you so much for your joining. Coco, how are you, Coco? How are you, Coco? Thank you so much for your joining. God, thank you, Tana. How are you, Tana? Any person can do the super chat, guys. Dahlia, how are you, Dahlia? Thank you so much for your joining, respected Dahlia. Sarah, how are you, dear Sarah? Thank you so much for your joining. Maggie, how are you, Maggie? Every person to write your name, guys. Maggie, how are you, Maggie? Hurry up, guys. Increase the likes. You wanna write your name. Helene, how are you, Helene? Every person have to increase the likes, guys, and do the super chat. Send the laughing disco. Malega, how are you, Malega? How are you, Malega? How are you, Malega? Haley, how are you, Haley? Thank you so much for your joining, Haley. Risa, any person can do the super chat, guys. Click on the money icon Haley, I write your name, dear Haley. Looks that here is your name, my dear. Minol, how are you, Minol? Thank you so much for you joining, respected Min. Hi, pretty Mitchell. How are you, Mitchell?